Hello, I'm Rossella. Thank you for joining me on my YouTube channel. What I want to do today is just show you how to assemble our little fabric boxes. Now, these little boxes, in fact, let me just show you some of the finished ones. I've got some that we've got here. So this one's been embroidered and decorated. As you can see, it's done as a little sewing box. And then what we've also got is this one is stenciled and stamped. And I've got a little embroidered one here, so you've got lots of scope with these boxes, and they come in choices of either a printed panel, this one's one of the printed panels, or a plain panel, which means that then you can decorate it however you'd like to decorate it, and they're really easy to assemble. Once you've done one, you're flying. So what you're going to do is, first step is to embroider or decorate however you're going to decorate your box before you cut it out. So you're going to leave it on as much of the panel as you possibly can, and then when it's all decorated, you're going to cut out the item that you've decorated. So you've got a little cross there, this is the body of the box, and then you've got the lining as well. Now you've got two lines on your panel. You've got the outer line, which is your cutting line. So on these I've cut around the outer line, and what I want to do is I want to place the lining on top of my design. Now I'm not going to put right sides together, and the reason being is if we put the wrong side of the lining to the right side of the box, I've then got a stitch guideline. Okay, so all you're going to do then is you're just going to clip it together, or pin it together, whichever you want. If you're an experienced sewer, then maybe you'll just go for it. If you don't have a sewing machine, that's fine. Just stitch around this by hand. I recommend a back stitch that it's nice and sturdy. And obviously what you need to do is stuff it at some point, and that's going to be after you've stitched it. And so what you're going to do is you're going to leave open one of these wide ends. Now to remember to do that, I speak from experience here, what I do is actually put 3 clips on that end, and that's going to remind me as I'm stitching around it not to stitch across the end with the 3 clips. So stitch around that either by machine, either by hand, whichever suits you. And I've got one that I've actually stitched here, and I've turned it through. Oh, one thing I must mention, so when you've stitched it round and when you're ready to turn, just put a little cut at the corners, and that's going to give you a nice neat corner, and then chop off at the outer corners so you've got rid of the bulk, but only after you finish stitching it, otherwise it'll all just come to pieces. So what you're going to end up with is a little, you can see I've embroidered this one, it was one of the printed ones, a little cross shape there. Now what you've also got in your pack is a pattern sheet for the inserts. Now what you can do is you can attach this to cardboard maybe. To be honest, what I tend to do is measure. Now, depending on what you're putting in it, it depends on the size it's going to be. So if you're going to use something like a stiff wadding, it needs to be a little bit smaller than if you're actually going to use something like card. Now I've got some card cut here, ready cut, and then this is my open end that I mentioned. All you're going to do is you're going to feed your card through the open end, and then it's either going to go right to the bottom, all the way through. She says with confidence, there we go. And then what you can do then is do the same, feed it through. But before you do, what I do, once it's in place, is just actually stitch across there. Now it's two reasons. One, it's going to hold your card in place or your stuffing. But what it's also going to do is give you a little hinge for your box there. So you just stitch that one through, feed the next one in, work your way around. So you're going to go 1, 2, 3, you'll have seams across there, then the middle one, and then the final one is this one. And then when you've got all of your wadding, your stuffing, your card in there, all you're going to do is fold over the edges there, and you're going to slip stitch your box closed. And then if I just take one that's already been done, all you're going to do then is just, now you can either use the decorative stitch, decorative embroidery stitch. Rachel's made this one and she's popped little cross stitches on there, or you could just do a little slip stitch on there. Herringbone would look nice, blanket stitch would look nice, so anything you want fancy having a bit of a play with. And then what you've got is a really sturdy, pretty little box there, and I think that would be great to put as Baz. Can you hear him? Somebody's obviously coming. And you can put little gifts in there. I think for a crafter, maybe you want to fill that with ribbons. I think I might do that for one of my friends. Anyway, any questions at all, you can contact me on my either on my Facebook page, Rossella Cottrell. You can contact me through the website, stitchinginthemoment.co.uk. Just give us a shout if there's anything at all that you need to know. And one last thing, on your lid, you're going to do it exactly the same. So I've got one there ready to go over my decorated piece. And with your lid, you're going to have a centre panel and you're going to have smaller panels for the outside. I hope that's clear. If not, give us a shout. Thanks for watching. Bye.